Hello, good afternoon, friends. You are welcome to another edition of Marriage with Vision. We are super excited that you are joining us this afternoon. We are going to have an amazing time, and trust me, friends, this is another exciting edition. And today, we will be talking on another category of designing your dream life. Yes, what do you want your life to look like? Is it possible to have it all in a relationship? What does it take to live a 14 category smart life? What does it take to live a fulfilled life, a balanced life, a life where you feel this emotional contentment? How is it possible for you to achieve this goal? I want to let you know, friends, you are on another edition of Marriage with Purpose. Marriage with a vision. Maybe you're married for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and you're asking yourself the question, is this all there is to marriage? Is this all there is to life? Or maybe you're caught up or stuck in a job and you're asking yourself the question, is this all there is in life? I want to let you know, friends, you are in for a treat. This program is going to enable you to live a 14 category smart life. Before you get through this program, friends, you will understand what it takes to build an amazing relationship, what it takes to bond with your spouse, what it takes to actually build that chemistry that will keep your relationship going. We are on the emotional category. And a win in this area, friends, is a win in all the other categories. So pay particular attention. Why? Because this particular segment, friends, has the propensity, has the proclivity, has the potential, friends, to transform the rest of your life. Amen. So as we proceed, friends, we are talking about emotions. Yes, we all know that if you are able to control your emotions, you can win in life. In every area of your life, you can win if you are willing and able or capable to manage your emotions. Make sense? Yep. So we are going to start with what the Bible says about emotions and how you can regulate your emotions. So like we said, it's the emotion category. So it reads Proverbs chapter 15 verse 13. Proverbs chapter 15 verse 13. A glad heart makes a happy face. A broken heart crushes the spirit. So if you have a glad heart, friends, you will keep a positive outlook on life. You will actually possess a positive outlook on life. Right? A crushed spirit, friends, a broken heart crushes the spirit. When you are heartbroken, when you have been betrayed by a loved one, when you walk around with this face looking gloomy, life has dealt with you, friends, it says it crushes the spirit. Make sense? I'll take another verse so that we can get this point clear as we proceed. Make sense? So let's take the next one. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 4. It reads, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance. So friends, I want to let us know that if we have to be people of purpose, live life with a vision, build a sustainable relationship, build that chemistry between our spouses, friends, we have to be willing to control our emotions. And now, when we talk about controlling emotions, it doesn't mean you ignore your feelings. It doesn't mean someone breaks your heart and you ignore the fact that someone broke your heart. It doesn't mean that you are sad about something or you are happy about something and you don't express that emotion. Why? You have to be willing to absorb the feelings. Yes, absorb the emotion. Let it internalize. However you feel about a circumstance or situation, a heartbreak, a disease that plagued you, maybe a relationship that you just got maybe divided, I just want to let you know that you have to be willing to absorb that emotion. Why? So when you are about to tell that story, you can be able to express that emotion. Was it in the morning? What time was it? Was it in the winter? Was it in fall? Was it in summer? What time of the day? How did it look like? What were people doing? Was there a car parked outside? How was the weather? when you are able to express, or when it comes to time where you want to tell the story, you should be willing and able to describe everything with accurate description. Why? Because you let the emotion of the scene sink in you. So I wouldn't say avoid your emotion. Actually feel it. If you're crushed in your spirit, go ahead and weep. If you've lost someone out of maybe COVID-19 or HIV/AIDS, go ahead and weep. If you just lost a loved one that died of cancer, go ahead and weep. Why? If you also won a lottery, or maybe you were promoted in your job, go ahead and smile, rejoice, be glad, and celebrate. Why? Because you need to internalize that emotion. Life is all about memories, friends. It's all about keeping memories. And when you are able to absorb the moment, that is when you are able to express, the story. When someone asks you what happened, you're able to express with accurate description, if that makes sense. So friends, without us taking much time on this, let's go to the next. Some notes to take, friends. Like we've known, your emotion is everything. Now, the good thing about everything I've said is you can be able to control your emotions. Now, I'm going to let my emotions sink into the moment, but I'm not going to let my emotions predict the outcome of the moment. I will let my emotions sink into the moment, but I will not let my emotion control the outcome of the moment. Yes, you can hit me on my jaw. Yes, it is painful. I might cry. But you will not detect how I will react because of that slap. Right? You can break my heart and maybe take everything that I have. Yes, I will break down, I will cry. I've lost something of value. But guess what? I will not let that situation control the outcome of my life. Because I will get back up after I absorb the emotion, and I will go after my dreams. I will go after what I have been called to do. I will pursue my purpose. I will go out there with determination, and I'll get maybe someone better, and I will build a better life, and I'll get a better job. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but I want to let you know this minute, friends, that you have the power to control your emotions. And that control, friends, is going to predict the rest of your life. Now, notes to take. If you are with the pen and paper, if not, type something, because this information will radically transform your life. By the time we are done with all these 14 categories, friends, your life will never be the same again. Make sense? So we are on the fourth slide. Okay, so this is what you get, friends. Emotions are body wisdom that tells us to do things. That is what emotions are. They are body wisdom that tells us to do things. Emotions can be created consciously by listening to music or surrounding yourself with things that create the emotions. Make sense? Number 3, if you listen to your emotions, you can become great. Acknowledging, accepting, and learning from our emotions leads to emotional growth. The 4th, check your feelings with your brain. Bring consciousness to situations. Make sure your heart and your head work together. I want to explain to us, friends, as we go over these points. You can switch the screen. As you go over these points, friends, your emotions are body wisdom that tells us how to do things. And we see the second, friends. The second one says emotions can be created consciously by listening to music. So this is what happens. Yes, they slapped you, they hurt you, they broke your heart, they fired you from that job, they crushed your business. Those are all sins or incidents that happen in your life. You absorb the moment. But guess what? After that, I will predict my outcome of that situation. I will play a good sound or music, and I will sit down and I will change my direction. I will change the trajectory of my thoughts about that situation. And guess what? This is a lesson I've learned out of this, but I will not let this drain me. Most people go down the drainage because they get stuck on past events, past incidents, past pains and hurts. We let that absorb us and crush us and kills us. But guess what? You will listen to music and let the music set the tone of your mind. And we said, guess what? What is the second? The third thing is, if you listen to your emotions, you can be great. Now, as most people in life, every great man you see, friends, if you ask them the question, what was the turning point in your life? They will cite an incident that hurt them so bad that they said to themselves, I can't take this anymore. I will change my life. From Tony Robbins, Abraham Lincoln, Winston Churchill, Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, friends, Martin Luther King, all these great people, they came a point in life that they said, we can't take this anymore. Something needs to change. And that altered the trajectory of their lives. I want to let you know, your emotions can be used for this purpose. You can use your emotion and say, guess what? This marks the turning point of my life. I will be successful. I will be different. I will work hard. I will sleep less and work extremely hard to meet up with my goals in life because of this hurt, because of this pain. So that pain, friends, can become the motivating factor to help you get to your purpose. The first thing you will do, friends, when you absorb all this information is to change your belief. So the first thing is belief. Nothing changes in any individual's life without that individual changing their beliefs. So if you want to change, be a man or woman of purpose, you have to be willing to change your belief about certain things. Now you have to change your belief about your emotions. I will not go about acting a victim. Everybody did you wrong. You are the victim. Everybody crushed you. Everybody deceived you. Everybody played you. You can't go about life playing the victim. Now you let your emotions be disciplined. This is what one of our members, our team members, friends, say about changing your beliefs when it comes to your emotional life. She says, I will always trust, feel, and learn from my emotions because I believe it will guide me to making right decisions in my life. I will create the emotions I want for success. My emotional life is a gift from God. I will never suppress its voice. I will be conscious about what it has to say. Make sense? So you have to be willing to discipline your emotions, right? And make it work for you. This is what one of the members in our family says, friends, about the same area, about vision. He says, I believe I have absolute control of how I feel and react over everything that happens to me. How I control my emotion stretches towards every area of my life. I choose to feel how God feels about me. So with that right now, you will say, what do I feel about my emotions? Have I been letting my emotions control me? Have I been letting my emotions define me? Have I been letting my emotions alter the direction of my life? No, this is time to change. I am in charge. I will feel this emotion, but I won't let it drown me. I won't let it take me off course, take me off guard. There are people that have started following courses because of their emotions. They were hurt and they just took that hurt and believed that is their why. And they start running after that and believing God called them for that. No, I will let my emotion discipline. I will discipline my emotion and go about what I was called to be, what I was called to do. And I will use whatever hurt and pain as a fuel for my purpose. Makes sense? So right now, I want you to take a minute. What do you believe about your emotions? Take a minute and write one solid or two solid statements that you believe about your emotions. Remember, before this course comes to an end, you should come up with a book of all these points that you have been listing down. And these points are actually the roadmap to your future. So I want you to take a minute, write. What do you believe about your emotions? Have you been letting your emotions control you? Have you been letting your emotions define your life? Define how your life is going to be about or what your life is all about? Have you been letting your emotions? Now it's time to change that and write this one solid belief that I believe this with all my heart, and I'm willing to change how I react about things that happens to me. The next, friends, is vision. Once you have written a belief statement, the next thing to ask yourself is, where do I see myself in the future? Because I controlled, or I took control of my emotional life. Where do I see myself in my emotional life? How do I see myself progressing emotionally? Because as you grow, challenges will emerge. Now, how do you control those emotions so they don't rob you of your destiny, so they don't destroy the plans that you want for your life? I will read what a member of our family, of our Marriage with Vision family. We have a family here. There's probably a group link. You can join that group. That is where you can get support. Maybe you have some struggles in some areas of your life. You can actually get support from members of this family. So Marriage with Vision family. So if you can click that on the link below. So this is what one of the members of our Marriage with Vision family says. I choose to be happy in all I do. I will focus my energy in creating more happy memories with my husband, kids, family, and friends. I will enjoy my life's journey purposefully. That is so sweet. I will see to make others happy in order to receive the same feeling. The next, friends, one member of our family, another member says, I see myself having a stable emotional life. I feel more happy and fulfilling because my emotions serve me for good. I see myself giving and receiving love more like never before. You have to be willing to get to that point where you say, this is where I see myself. I'm tired of hearing people tell me how I should feel, how I should react. Now it's time for me to take charge of my life, to take charge of this area of my life. I will stop letting people tell me how I should feel. I will stop letting some book or maybe some body somewhere or some therapist tell me how to feel. How do you, deep inside, feel about this? And what steps are you willing to change in order to achieve this goal? Where do you see yourself? You have to be able to visualize yourself. See yourself in the future, having total control of your emotions. Don't letting your emotions guide your actions. Because if you let your emotion guide your actions, friend, that is a state of destruction. You are setting yourself off. You're really setting yourself up for destruction if you let your emotions control your actions. So guess what? I will not let my emotions control my actions. Yes, I don't have it figured out. Maybe I don't have the amount of money that I intended. Maybe I don't have the dream job I intended. Maybe I don't have the dream house that I intended or the dream car that I intended. I am in that state of my life that I'm desperate. Friends, don't let your emotions control your actions. Maybe you're fighting with your spouse over a decision. You guys have been arguing for months, for years, and you have gotten to that point you say, I can't take this anymore. Friends, don't let your emotions predict the decisions that you make. Sit back, reason, like we hear it says, you have to be willing to use your emotions and your brain. When you use your emotion, check with your brain before you say it. Check your emotions with your brain, which God has given you. This is the most absolute amazing gift God has given us. It is our brain. So when your emotions come up, check with your brain before you take action. Make sense? Yes, we are going to move on to the next. Friends, it is purpose. We know where there is no purpose. Where there is no purpose, we see that people just live life recklessly. So you have to be willing to design a purpose or write a purpose, a compelling purpose, that this is why I'm doing this. Because your why is what will fuel you to keep going. Your why, friends, is what will motivate your purpose. Your why is not necessarily your purpose. Your why is what motivates your purpose. Your why is the energy behind your purpose. The reason why I want to get this dream job is because I want to take care of my kids. It's because I want to buy that dream house. Yes, because I want to be able to give to charity. Because I want to be willing to do something of amazing significance in my community. Yes, because I want to be that person that I have always wanted to be when I was a child. That dream was taken away from me, and I've let my emotions and my environment control my life. This has been going on repeatedly for years. Now is the time for me to change. Now that purpose is what will fuel you, will give you the energy, will give you stability, will give you the stamina to keep going even when all odds are against you. Let's hear what one of our members say about this. Friends, this is what purpose looks like, friends. An amazing emotional life, amazing emotional life is guiding me into leading an extraordinary life. I will use my emotional state to be creative and influential. Can you put that on the screen? Put that on the screen. Put that on the screen. I will use my emotional state to be creative and influential. Controlling my emotional state sets me on high vibration and frequency of being emotionally, of being emotional stability, of being, frequency of being. Emotional stability helps me solve and manage conflict better. Now we will take on the next, friends, which is plan. Planning. We know that we need to plan. Regardless of what happens in our life, we need to have a plan on how we will go about our emotional life. Yes, friends, failing to plan is planning to fail. So let's take some steps and see what happens. So the plan, number 1, says, I will do things that will make me happy and peaceful every day. I will avoid negative emotions. I will stop talking about reoccurring pain or turn them into gratefulness. I will look at the positive side in my spouse. I will support my husband always because in return, he will show me love. Number 2 says, these are now steps, friends, that you have to take. If you've written, this is what one of our members said about their emotional plan. Now, these are 3 steps right under this. So we get this. It says, I identify what gives you meaning and do it more and do more of them. Identify what gives you meaning in life. Life is all about meaning. Meaning is paramount. So identify what gives you meaning and do them, friends. Do it as often as possible. Number 2, listen to the negative emotions. Learn from them. List them and avoid them. Don't get stuck on them. List them, acknowledge them, and avoid them. Number 3, eliminate areas of reoccurring pain in your life. Look for them and root them out. Reoccurring pain should not be tolerated. So have we heard all of this, friends? Having heard all of this, I want you to be able to get to that point where you say, I will implement the steps. What has been holding you back? What has been stopping you from achieving your goals in life? This is the time to say, guess what? I won't let my emotion just mess things up. A little argument at your job and you just got angry and started envying and hating people. Say, no, this is not me. This is not what I want. This is ruining me. This is destroying my life. Guess what? I will not let my emotions have the best of me. I will feel it. I will acknowledge it, but I will also let it go. I will release it so I can get to where I'm going. Most importantly, my friends, as we wrap up this session, I want to let you know that you can design that life that you've always wished. You can take your time and write and craft a life of significance. You can design your life. Stop letting someone else have the best of you. Take charge of your life. Sit down and say, I will make a conscious decision and craft the way I see my future, in my health, in my finances, in my career. I want to see these things comes to pass. I want to see my life evolve in a smooth and beautiful way, and I'm willing to take charge. This is the time, and you can do it. Believe me, you were born with that power. It is right in the inside of you. You were born with the gifts. They are all in the inside of you. You were born for purpose. The purpose is right in the inside of you. The gift and greatness that you will become, friends, is all trapped in the inside of you. It is not outside of you. It is in the inside of you. You have to go deep within you and ask yourself these questions. And looking, friends, I'm just here. I'm not going to craft a vision for you. I'm not going to write a purpose for you. All I'm doing, friends, is stimulating your brains in such a way that you come to that point where you say, no, I have to take charge. And it will be of amazing significance and importance for me to see you grow because you took action. Just take action, friends. Take action on these decisions. Sit down today and write a belief, write a vision, write a purpose, and write a plan. 4 solid statements that will guide this area of your life for a considerable period of time. You can change this as you progress, as you grow, as you study. Right now, I'm opening the doors to your life of wisdom, the life of you learning, of your educational life, of your personal development life. Right? So now this is a stage that you're taking, and you write it. What do you believe about your emotional life? What is your vision about your emotional life? What is your purpose for your emotional life? And what plans, what steps are you willing to put in place to make sure you win in this area? As we said, a win in this area is a win in every other area of your life. And what is my objective? To see you win. I want to see you win in life. I want to see you win in your relationships. I want to see you win in your jobs. I want to see you win in your faith. I want to see you win in your career. I want to see you win in your business. I want to see you win in taking care of your children. I want to see you win in building a perfect relationship with your friends. I want to see you win in having a bonding relationship with your family members. I want to see you win, friends, in life. And that is the entire objective of this program. Maybe you have been struggling with your spouse. You don't know what life is going to turn out for you guys. I want to let you know you can hold hands together today and have decisions that guide your emotional life. And together you and your spouse can make it through whatever hurdle you guys are in. Marriage with a vision. When you craft a vision for every aspect of your life, together you and your spouse will build the chemistry that you've never experienced. You will find love again. You find joy in your marriage again. You find joy in your home again. You will smile. The sex chemistry in your home will come alive again. You guys will go out on a date again. You guys will build a dream life together again. You will live with joy, happiness, and success and prosperity. You will be living, friends, in good health. That is my wish for you. One last statement as I let you go, friends. It says, happiness and joy are my birthright. You have to believe that. The womb is the place that the light shines through or enters. We all have our capacity to turn our scars to golden ribbons. You can become better because of your scars. I'll read that again. Happiness and joy are my birthright. You have to believe that. The womb is the place that the light shines through or enters. We all have our capacity to turn our scars to golden ribbons. You can become better because of your scars. So friends, I'll leave you with that, to let you know that whatever hurt or pain that you've experienced in your emotional life, you can turn those hurt and pains, friends, to become the catalyst that will take you to your destiny. I love you guys so much. It has been an interesting segment. Share this video with friends. Keep inviting friends. We will see you guys. I'll be coming on with my wife. Check it out. Friday, same time, 4:30 p.m. We'll be coming live with a Q&A session. If you have any doubt or any question about what we have said, friends, prepare your questions and keep them coming. Send them, email them, inbox them to us on Messenger right here on Facebook. Guess what? We will answer every question, doubt you have about this specific category of your life. And also remember to join our Facebook group. That is where you get support. If there's any question, post it in that group. Someone will respond to you. Friends, I love you guys. Go ahead and have an amazing day. See you guys next week.